What's up, everybody? It's Bill from High Volume Games, and welcome to the High Volume Games pod, the only pod that forces me to make my bed every week. This is episode number 5, and today we are going to be talking about a game. We're bringing it back to the table, and we're going to talk about a game that I enjoy called Crazy Golf from Ridley's Games. It seems like it's a pretty hard game to find at the moment. I bought this on Amazon. Currently, it's on Amazon. You can search it. Unfortunately, right now it says it's currently unavailable. We'll see how it goes. But we're gonna try this format out about talking about board games. You know, this channel was built on the board game Bill's Day Off. We started out doing a bunch of episodes talking about tabletop games, actually playing through them. So we're gonna do a new little program today where we show a video of a playthrough as I talk about the game. So let's pop that up on the screen. And here we go. So this is Crazy Golf. I'm actually going to probably go into the bigger screen for the play. There we go. So yeah, this is Crazy Golf from Ridley Games. The mini golf dice game, 1 to 5 people, ages 6 and up, and it's a 20-minute play. And I'll say that's pretty fair. This is a video that's about 17 or 18 minutes long from start to finish, with me, trying to, show little things without even talking on the screen, just trying to show things. So I probably could have played it faster. And, so probably about a 15-minute game with a one player. And it'd be longer if you have multiple players. So you could start off the game. You open the box, you have your directional. These directions are not difficult. It's actually only 2 pages long. It's a big book, but it's in multiple languages. You have your score sheet. You have your golf balls, like I'm putting on the screen right now, and built that little golf ball. Those are okay. I don't know, maybe the orange ones had a few uses, so it tends to fall off. You'll see later on in the video. You have 3 dice that are 0, 1, 2, and 3. And you have your 9. You have your mini golf pencil, by the way. Always a good thing. Any game that gives you pencils is always a good. And you have your set of 9 holes. Now, each hole has 2 sides, an A and a B side, the A side being, better or easier than the B side. And then so you just go through and you make your hole. Now, each hole has selections. Just like in a mini golf course, there are certain ways you can go. Usually there's a way that has an element of risk, but which could reward you or could hurt you. So in this game, I think it's done very well, where you have a green option, a yellow option, and sometimes a red option. Now the green option is going to generally get you a par, and the yellow option is going to be a little more difficult, but you may get a hole in one or a couple under par, and then the reds will generally get you a lot better score if you can make it. And this game is basically, kind of got a Yahtzee feel to it with the rolling of the dice, because you have 3 rolls for each shot. And you can keep 0 dice, 1 dice, or 2 dice, or all 3 dice. And then it's basically got that element. And then it's also got it's the press your luck. Are you going to go, like, look at this hole here for the first shot. Are you going to go the regular route, where you take your 3 dice and you got to roll a 0 to a 6 to get to that first spot? Or do you take the much more difficult route across the bridge, where you have to roll 2 zeros? If you're willing to risk it, you're now going to be closer to the hole than you would be if you go the green route. So when you first start the hole, you decide, okay, I'm going to the green route or I'm going to the yellow route. And then you roll your dice and you decide which ones you're going to take. And if you made it like I did there, you get to move up. Now, if I had wanted to go for the yellow, and I went with a 0, 1, 1, I'd keep the 0, roll the other 2 dice, and then go and see if I could get the other 0. If I rolled 2 more times and wasn't able to get that 0, I have to take a stroke off and try again, either going back to the green or continuing on with that yellow. So there's that risk element. If you go for a certain direction and you don't make it, you then have to continue now taking a second shot and still try having to decide which route you're going. Now, eventually, not in these early holes, but later on, you're going to see that some of these holes are going to intersect. So you might be able to, so say I'm going to go for a yellow on the shot 1, but now I'm ahead of the game. So I'm going to go play it safe and take 2 shots, take the green route to make the last 2 shots, or do the opposite. I'm going to take the first 2 shots, then try to get 1 shot, in yellow. It really depends on like the combination of which route you're going. Like if I see something that, is really good, like something I think I can get on one of these yellow or even reds, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go there, try to get a few strokes off my game before, it gets too difficult. Like in this one, if you feel like you can roll, your green one is an X and a Y, which means you just need to have 2 dice that are different values. So a 1 and a 2. That'll get you right into that first circle. And then you have to roll I think that's a 2 to a 9. Or you can go through the pyramid, but you have to roll a 7 to a 9. Now, with 3 dice that have values of 0, 1, 2, and 3, 7 to a 9 is difficult, but not impossible. So you're obviously going to get, like, see there, the 2 and the 3 is going to get me there. And now I just got to roll a 2 to a 9. So it's a very easy 2 on this hole. But that 7 to 9 is interesting. It's not the easiest thing to get, but if you do, you get a hole in 1. It really depends on how much you want to push your luck. I've played this game with my niece, where I did a lot of simple, straight green routes. Maybe later on, tried to push it a little bit, but not pretty much safe the whole time. And I did all right. Because with the green routes, it's generally very hard to miss. You have to have some bad rolls. It is possible. If you ever watched either AFR Steve's channel or my own channel, rolls aren't always guaranteed. So, you could miss, and if you miss on the green, you're really getting punished because you're already going for shooting just pars. But if you try to push it and you miss, okay, you still have an option. You could go back. The only thing is, though, if say you miss, like in this case, 2 to 5 on the green, but with the red, you have to shoot a 2. Like, this is a miracle roll if I make it. Yeah. Okay. So I tried to get the 2. I rolled a 0 on the first one. I rolled a 2 on the second one. I was shooting for a 0 on the third one, and I missed. So we ended up, not making it. So I'm still on hole. I'm still at the start, shooting 2 now, and now you see me change my mind, go to the green route. So now I'm already behind. So it's an interesting little mix. So things I'll say really good about this game is that this is a game that you want to have played with your friends, because like, here's a game that I could take with me. It's not a huge footprint. It's not a huge box. And I could teach this to anyone right now, and it would take a few minutes. I'm betting people who have watched the first 4 holes of this game and who have heard me talk could probably play this game right now. It's not a hard game, and it's very easy. If you're going to play games with your friends, you don't want that game that's going to take, half an hour to just learn how to play it. You want something like this that's going to be like, okay, we're gonna play this right now. So that is a good thing. 2, I love the design of the cards. I think it's just very nice looking. And I like this whole push your luck theory. Like here on this hole, you can either go around for, I think, a 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Or if you can roll that 1, 2, 3, and I think this is the one where I really just roll a miracle here. If you roll that 1, 2, 3, Yeah, see, I just rolled triple ones. That does nothing, but watch this. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Hole in one. Go through the thing, roll around. Boom. Hole in one, baby. So it's just a fun little game. I mean, is it the most, is a hardcore gamer going to be like, I need to play this? Probably not. But if you're, just wanting to have fun, like, again, even for me, I'm not playing, like yesterday, I'm not playing with a bunch of people. I just wanted to find a game that I could just play really quickly. And here's a game that, again, sets up in a few minutes, takes only 20 minutes to play. And obviously, you've seen by that last one, I'm enjoying myself while I'm playing it. So I'm enjoying watching it. So I will definitely say this is, if you can find it, because it seems like it's a little difficult to find, because I just tried to Google it. This is like take 12 of my pod, but I tried to find it on Google just now, and it seems like it's a little hard to find. But if you can find it, this only cost me like $9 or something like that. It was not expensive at all. But I would definitely look into it. It's a good game for kids, good game for, like you said, your friends. And again, just even if you're just by yourself and you just want to play a game without having to break out, all these pieces or get into a deep dive on a game, you just want to go out and get a few minutes in, this is going to be the game for you. So I'm going to show you the game again. So this is Ridley's Crazy Golf. I would definitely check it out. So that's going to be it as far as Ridley's Crazy Golf. Let's just go with a couple more things. I just wanted to say we're about 5 weeks away from the Boston Marathon Jimmy Fund Walk. We're going to have a whole episode on that, what you should do, lay out the course, talk about what you need on it, stuff like that. As I've done it twice now, this will be my third. And we're 19 weeks away from Dopey, and I'm scared as hell about that because I have not trained. I'm not motivated. I have no expectations yet. But we'll talk more about that. I have a couple more episodes of the Denver. We got to talk about the second train ride. We got to talk about Denver itself. We got to talk about the Boulder. I talked to Jay Crow. We're gonna at some point meet up and talk about that on here. So look at the dinosaur hole. I'm still enthralled by watching this. But so we're going to talk about Denver. We're going to talk about the Boston Marathon Jimmy Fund Walk. We're going to talk about more games. Look at all the games back there. If this works, if you like this layout, we'll definitely do it for most, if not all of those games. There's some I got to learn. Some of them I know like the back of my hand. I also want to get Steve Tower in here to talk about certain games in that one. Maybe, some of those play games. But all right. This is a shorter version. It was mainly a trial for this board game setup. And let me know what you guys think. Do you want to see more games like this? And if you do, leave it in the comments or send me a message. I'm at High Volume Games on everything. And until then, I hope you have a great night. Stay tuned on Sunday morning for our Promotion Wars week 2. We're going to be building some feuds. Thanks to everyone who has joined up and who has been watching the pods and the Promotion Wars. The views are way up this week. So I thank everyone. Until then, I hope you all have a great week. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.